want to make a video for you guys on how to use the trade bots to make a bit of profit when trading CSGO skins, as well as just like what trade bots are, because I'm not sure how many people are really aware of this. I never heard about it before. My friend recommended it to me. But basic rundown of what a trade bot is, it's like, I don't know how many there are out there. I know of these 5 only, and they're automated Steam accounts that have like very large inventories. Most of them have very expensive skins, and you send them offers and they'll accept or decline within like a minute, and they'll only accept if whatever items you're giving them are worth like $1 more, at least $1 more in total than the items you're receiving. So as long as the bot gets like $1 overpay, it'll accept your trade. But there's also kind of problems with that at the same time, because it sounds really simple, but sometimes there's like problems with the prices, and although your item will be worth more, the bot doesn't recognize it. But there is a way that you can use this to make profit, even though you are technically overpaying the bot $1 each time. I use it to make around like $10 profit. It's nothing that special. But I probably could have gone higher if I really tried to, but I had a difficulty along the way with one of the knives I got. Well, I'll get into more detail with that afterwards. But so yeah, that's what the bot's account looks like. It's like a regular Steam account. I don't know why it's not loading right here. These are all the skins. If you want to kind of help you narrow it down, you can just search up knife or something if you want to trade for a knife in specific. And basically, the way that you can use this to make profit is if you trade for a knife that has a high chance of going up in value. So a good example, the example I used, and it wasn't really more of an example, it's what the path I tried to take was basically with these bayonet stains. So basically, when I was trading with the bot still, there's a bayonet stain in minimum war that's selling for around 113. But I was looking at the listings, and there's only a few for 113, like a couple of them. And then after that, it shoots up to like 120. So I traded for one, and then the other 2 sold, and then it went up in price. So basically, like, that's just like kind of an example of what you could do. So, like, I guess to put into simpler words, just look for a knife that has like a price that your knife is worth more than, maybe by like $1 or $2, and then look at the listings for it and see if the price will go up after like the first few sell. Because some people just sell their knives for cheaper so they can sell faster, and you can use that to make up a bit of profit. So that's what I did. Like, between like 3 knives, I'd trade it and it'd go up like $1 or $2 each time, and then once it went up in price, I'd have the knife would be worth more, so I could trade it for more different types of knives that would also go up in price. And it's kind of like you can just use that to keep climbing the ladder and go up a few dollars at a time until you reach like an ideal goal for yourself. So let's say for example this M9 Ultraviolet. So right now it says that they're selling for 127, and let's say your knife's worth 128 and like 9 cents, so it's at least $1 more. You trade it with the bot, and if the bot recognizes that yours is $1 more, it should. Sometimes there's a problem with the prices, and the bot doesn't recognize that your knife's actually worth more, and it'll just keep declining until you add more to your value. More to your trade. Basically, so yeah, let's say you traded for this knife and you got it, and then like you wait like maybe like a day or maybe even just a few hours, and like 3 or 4 of them sell in the market. Next thing you know, it goes up from 127 to 135. Then yours went up like a good $7 or whatever, $8 I think actually. Yeah, it'd go up like $8, and then now you have a more expensive knife that you could use, and before the knife goes back down in price again or whatever, you could quickly trade it with the bot again, or one of the different bots. There's like 5 different ones, so they all have different knives, and then you could trade it with the bot, and then you can get some more skins, and just keep doing that over and over again until, like I said before, you get to like a knife that you want to keep. So that's what I would manage to do. One of the problems I actually had along the way that kind of stopped me from continuing was I got a bayonet stain in war, and it went up to like 120 in price after waiting for like 5 hours for like the cheapest 2 of them on the market to sell. So it went up to 120, and then all the knives that I was planning on trading it for, which were like bayonet blue steels and stuff, they all ended up getting like going up in price, so I wasn't able to afford them anyway. So I tried to trade my the bayonet Stain back for another gut knife fade because I really like that knife, and the one I traded to the bot was still in the inventory, and the one I had was like 100% fade and stuff like that. So I want to get it back from the bot and just kind of keep it because it was a really nice knife. But although my knife was worth like $8 more at the time, it still recognized it as less or something, and it would automatically decline it. And it would do the same thing if I tried to trade for like different knives that my knife was worth more than. It would still decline it. So just watch out for that. Sometimes it happens. So yeah, that kind of stopped me from going back to getting another gut knife fade, because I tried trading on CSGO Lounge after that to see if I can just get one from one of the people on there. But if you've ever been on CSGO Lounge, a lot of people there are very difficult, and like they don't respond fast, and like some of them are just really like mean and stuff like that. So yeah, I ended up just eventually just selling my bayonet and just buying like an M9 off the an M9 bayonet off the market, just because I like that knife. And I ended up like losing like $30 because the stains don't sell very often, so I had to sell it for the most expensive buy order, which at the time was like $104. So like I sold it for like $16 cheaper than what the price was, just so it'd sell instantly. And then I was able to afford like the cheapest one, which was kind of dumb of me, but I was kind of like in a rush because I saw one on the market that I wanted to buy, and I didn't want it to get like bought by someone else first. But yeah, I guess you can kind of take that as a lesson learned. Just be careful of the knives you trade for. Make sure you check how much you sell for, because I think one of the things that the bot mentions here, you can read this. I'll leave the link and stuff to this account, and you can like read this yourself. But one of the things is if the knife that either that you have in the trade or the one that you're getting from the bot isn't sold enough on the Steam market, I don't know how much is sold enough exactly. Maybe like if it's like less than one a day or something like that, it won't accept. I don't know what was the case for the bayonet stands, because like I remember when I had mine, it was like 8 were sold that day or something like that, which isn't like a crazy number because most knives sell for like more than that a day unless it's like something really rare. But yeah, I don't know, just be careful of what knives you trade for and stuff like that. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. I made like about $10 profit. I started with like a Bowie knife and I was like 110. I think it's like the same price now actually. And yeah, so you guys can try this out yourself, and even if you don't want to try to use it to make profit, I definitely suggest using the trade bots if you want to just trade for a knife that you're interested in. A lot of these trade bots have really cool knives, and then if you have a knife that is worth like a fair amount, like if it's like the cheapest knife on the Steam market, you're obviously not going to really be able to overpay the bots for any of the knives. But if it's like something that's worth like around like 100 to like 120, there's a lot of different knives that the bots keep in their accounts. I mean, in their inventories that you can trade for. So I definitely suggest it, even if you're not trying to make profit. But yeah, hopefully this is useful to you. I know trading on CSGO Lounge is very difficult, especially if you're trying to trade up in value. So hopefully you can use this as like an alternative strategy. And yeah, good luck.